what are the different types of orders and, the different types of guardianship?
I wanted to start off by saying that when we were talking about adoption, it's probably one of the most complex areas of family work. So it's pretty complicated. There's lots of rules and regulations. And some answers to the questions that we're going to talk about might be different depending on whether someone is looking to adopt a family member that's been cared for by social services, or whether somebody's looking at adopting a child through an adoption agency, or whether it's a private arrangement. And so all that we can talk about today is general principles. That's a very lawyer answer, isn't it, to an additional to the first question. In terms of guardianship, there are really two types of guardianship that we're looking at. One is special guardianship, and the other is testamentary guardianship. So special guardianship is an order that can be applied for, which means that special guardians have parental responsibility for a child, and they share that with parents. So parental responsibility is a concept that underpins a lot of what we're going to talk about this afternoon. So the legal definition is that it's all the rights, duties, powers and responsibilities and authority by which a parent of a child has in relation to the child and their property. So in practical terms, what that means is being able to make important decisions about a child. So for example, agreeing to medical treatment or deciding about schooling. Day-to-day decisions are made by the resident parent or the person with whom the child lives, but people who hold parental responsibility make those important decisions. So in terms of special guardianship orders, both parents and special guardians will have parental responsibility, but the special guardians are able to make those important decisions without consulting with birth parents, apart from some important exceptions. So things like changing a surname or moving overseas or traveling overseas for more than 3 months, or if there's life-prolonging or shortened medical treatments, then special guardians would have to consult. They can consult a parent on other issues if they want to, but they don't have to unless it falls under one of those categories. Second type of guardianship is what's called testamentary guardianship, where somebody appoints a person under the will to care for a child should a person die. And so if you share parental responsibility with somebody else, you should try and reach out to them for an agreement about who to appoint under a will as a testamentary guardian.
Excellent, thanks, Alison. And would you say that single parents should all sort of have that sorted? Should they all have a will with those guidelines set out for who they would want to take care of their child should they pass away?
Yeah, I think it's a good idea to have it written down, but certainly if it's formalised in a will, I think that's a really important thing to do.